Okay, so we have a country with land, civilization, and a government, maybe with a king or a queen. It's pretty cool. However, it needs representation. There's a lot of things that can represent a country worldwide: a coat of arms, a national anthem, and what I believe is the most important, the flag. A flag can represent a lot about a country, like its territory, its promises, what it looks like, etc. It'd be hard to represent countries without them. In this video, I'll be talking about the art of different types of flags and their meaning. Anyway, let's go on with the video. We'll be talking about the simple flags first, also known as the dual and tricoloured flags. The meanings of these flags are usually their promises, like the flags of Romania and the Ivory Coast, or in some cases they may have their coat of arms on it, like the flag of Spain and Moldova. One example of this kind of flag that doesn't have either meaning is Ukraine, which has its flag that represents its climate. The ones without coat of arms are easy to recreate both on paper and digitally. I'll demonstrate by speedrunning drawing the German flag on both paper and in the best digital art program, MS Paint. Let's go. This is the best I did. The next type of flags to talk about are flags that represent the territory of the country. Some examples of flags are Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Some examples are the flags of Bosnia and Herzegovina and the UK and the USA. This can be done by having a shape like a triangle, some stars or stripes, putting most of its country's flag together. Keyword most. I personally like these flags. It gives everyone, most of the country's population representation. We will now be talking about flags that aren't rectangular. Most of these flags are no longer used, like the flag of Germany that was used when the Allies took over after World War II. If it excluded war flags, there are only 3 non-rectangular flags still in use, which are the flags of Switzerland, Nepal, and the American state of Ohio. There are abundance of flags, however, these are not official. I find these flags interesting for a lot of reasons, one of them being the fact that they are rare. Now let's talk about another thing with flags. There are flags that look like other flags. An example of this is the flags of the Ivory Coast. Look at how similar they are. You can help in some situations. For example, in 2018, after Ivorian sprinter Maria won the 16-meter dash, there was not an Ivorian flag, so an Irish spectator gave her a flag and she reversed it. However, the similarity can lead to bad things. Also loyalists. also known as the Northern Irish against Irish reunification, have destroyed Ivorian flags, mistaking it for the Irish one. A shop in Belfast literally had to discover that an Ivorian flag they were selling was in fact an Ivorian flag and not an Irish one. That's a consequence of similarity. The only difference is the order of the colours. It's weird, I know. They declared independence at different times, they are part of different empires and they have different meanings. Another example is the flags of Chad, Andorra, Moldova and Romania. Again, they declared independence at different times, part of different empires and different meanings. I could go on for a long time about this, but moving on. The only case of similar flags leading to legal trouble was Chad telling the United Nations to pressure Romania to change their flag in 2004. This was literally the only case I could find on the internet, which is kinda odd. Flags are not restricted to countries, obviously. They are used in things like unions, micronations, states and many more. In conclusion, flags are a good way to represent pretty much anything to do with land. They can be in any shape or size and that can be hung on a flagpole. The flags I talked about in this video are not even close to a quarter of the flags out there, like the dots on a solid coloured background and the flags with text on it. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed me talking about flags. I'll see you all next time.